Hey guys, it's Joe here. I just wanted to do a quick video working on my 2013 Subaru Tribeca. Bought a couple kits, things to do, some things just I've been wanting to do since we bought the car, but never really got a chance to do them. And that is working on putting on a puddle light kit. So if you don't know what these are, or if you're looking online and seeing these as accessories, you can buy these, and basically the puddle lights are a couple of LEDs, and these LEDs basically get mounted underneath here on this lower rocker panel. And so we use these to essentially light up the ground during the evening when you're approaching the vehicle, unlocking or locking the vehicle. So a couple things just real fast. I've never seen anybody talk about these or done the installation. There's a lot of parts. You get the puddle lights, of course, and then there's some replacement hardware. So these are the clips actually. If you see these clips here, they're actually the clips that hold on that lower rocker panel. Most of you guys, my car is a little bit unique. One of the reasons why I bought it. This lower panel is actually painted the body color. Usually this is just black plastic, but mine is painted, so it's a little bit different. So first and foremost is, if you have splash guards, you need to remove them from your car. And if you haven't done this before, it's not really that big of a deal. You have basically, I'm using my flashlight here just to give me some extra light, but basically there's just a couple screws back here. And then you'll notice that a couple of these caps, like the one that I'm highlighting my flashlight on, you actually just use a flathead and just pop it out about 1/4 of an inch, and that releases that particular grommet. And those are exactly the same kind that are underneath the rocker panel. So there's about 6 of those along the underside here. You can't really see them, but they are there. And you can just use, I can get one of the new ones out of the bag, just to give you a quick illustration. Of course, they put them in this bag to where you can't barely get them out. But basically, they are secured, and the only thing you need to do is basically take that grommet and take a flathead screwdriver, and you can kind of see on this particular one, it's already popped up because it's brand new. But basically you just stick a screwdriver in this little point here and just pry up on it, so it'll just pop up just like what you see. And that's all you got to do. So there's 6 of them underneath here, and then this panel will come loose. So I'm going to put the camera on pause because you don't want to watch me do all these boring things, and I will remove it, and then we'll go to next steps. Alright, so I have removed, or at least loosened up these clips. So this is what the old clips look like, exactly like the other clips. I've loosened them, popped out a little bit on the side, but haven't really done too much. I was pulling on the bottom side here. As you can see, it gets pretty flexible pretty quickly. And it really just, well, there we go. It really just popped off, just as easy as you saw there. So I just pulled from underneath and kind of pulled it out. Let me see. Might want to go down there to the other end. I think all of it actually came off really easily, but there might be something holding it on that other end there. So let's go on down here, take a look. And I'll bring this box over here to support this other end so we get it all the way off. But you know, just like any other automotive thing, sometimes it goes really, really fast, much easier than you think, and then of course other times it doesn't go as quick as you would think. So let's see here. Grab my pry tool. You know, if you don't have one of these things, this pry tool I've used on interior. It saves interior parts from getting scratched. I've used it on exterior stuff. It's probably, in my opinion, probably one of the best tools you can ever have when you're working on automotive things. It's just very, very handy stuff. So, okay, so that was pretty easy, relatively easy. One thing I just saw, not a big deal. Since the way I pulled it off, it actually came off okay. If you notice this little grommet here, this is actually what's holding part of it on. So I guess when you pop it off, if you notice that on this part right here, it actually slides into that piece. So if you loosen it up from the back side and then just pull it back, and it'll slide off of this piece. So luckily I was starting from the back anyways, and that worked just fine. So good. So next step is pretty simple. There are basically two locations. I'll definitely need to use my flashlight to show you this. But there are two locations here, and just based off of the instructions and what I've looked at, that it may be really hard to see. Maybe I'll put the flashlight at an angle. To the right of the beam on the flashlight there, you'll see that there's a rectangle. So we are actually going to cut out that area, and there's one there, and there should be another one. It looks like about right there where the beam is, so a little bit further down the line. So I'm going to basically take an X-Acto knife to start this process and cut out that particular square, and then I will show you what it means on the other side. Alright, so once you're successful in getting everything set up right, if you pop open the door, you will see what the puddle lights look like. And I'm trying to turn off my overhead lights if I can get my hand back behind my cabinet where the light switch is. And you can see quite clearly that they're working. Now, what are some important things for you to know about? Is that whenever you are running this cable back up into the fender well, you need to get it pretty much open all the way up here. I don't know if you can zoom back out enough. So I am about almost over. I'm going to turn my camera sideways, which isn't the right thing to do, but just so you can get a perspective. It's almost to the point where the fender liner is loose over the center axle. So I need to get that out. So once you do that, you'll see about right in here, you'll see a wire, and my car had a pink wrap or wire tie around it, kind of a stretchy wire tie type thing, and it has an end on it that looks like this. So you can see in the camera in the light here, it's actually got a round end to it, and it looks kind of weird. Well, the thing to know about this is actually just a plug. So good news is I actually covered up the electrical connector with a plug to keep it from getting water or having any kind of contamination. So really good thing. But reach up in there, and there's a end there that you can push, and you can release and pull this back out. It took me a minute to really understand what was there. So that's definitely a big tip to help you along your way. All right, now I'm going to put it back in place.